All right. I think I'm live. Double if I was actually going to. The plan tonight is to check out my. Why won't my YouTube open? Come on, YouTube. Hopefully we don't have any buffering. I've never really been on Twitch or anything, but in Twitch are playing B this week. So you're good, Prof. No, we're not. Samuel Proctor says, "I hope I don't have any buffering." Immediately starts buffering. That's nice. Well, you guys tell me how it goes, because I can't really judge on my end. If it's an issue tonight, won't be able to do it. But if not, it'd be nice to go for it.
Wipe this pathetic planet from the face of the galaxy.
The Force fights with me.
I think it's cleared up now. Yeah, I think we're cleared up now. Let's see. Tom Spiegel said, "I once thought buffering was a thing of the past. Now this stream is buffering nonstop. It's like using a rotary dial on my smartphone." Yeah, it's clean now, though. I figured out what the problem was. I had to reach over and turn off something. I think that was the problem. Seems to have been the problem. We're good now. So I really should, after we finish playing through these streams all together, I really should go through and just make one cohesive supercut of the entire story that cuts out all of the technical nonsense that kept happening over and over and over again. That's a pain in the butt. But we're good now. We're good. So let's load up. And as of last night, we left ourselves off at Dantooine. Yeah, Dantooine. So we're gonna go see if we can meet at least one or two of the people that I saved from the Sith Academy. Wasn't able to save everybody. But how's everybody doing today? Good times? Let's see, that is just a Jedi.
Good day to you. I'm afraid I cannot speak to you at the moment. I apologize.
It's a Jedi. I did forget where these people are that you meet, whom you've saved. Disra, I wonder if he's got anything else to say about those plants. Okay, I just came to tell you that I've killed a Tarantetic. Alright, so those were those big things that he was warning me about. Then the galaxy is a better place for it. Every one of these creatures is an abomination that must be exterminated. You have done well, Padawan. But do not let your success blind you to the dangers of these monsters. A Jedi must never become complacent when facing one of the Tarantetic, as you well know. Is there anything else I can do for you, Padawan? I think that's good. I'll be going now. May the Force be with you. There's my sound engraver. Thank you, thank you. It wasn't looking and sounding so good a second ago. Glad you missed that. I had to fix the streaming thing. But we're good now. We are good.
You have done a great thing. One of our own had strayed, but you have returned Juhani to the Order.
That was from
For
before.
this you deserve the highest praise.
I think they might be hanging out behind the Academy. We'll see. What's this here?
Good day to you. I'm afraid I cannot speak to you at the moment. I apologize.
That's the Pazak player. Oh, this is Elise with the droid! Here you go, Wolf 10. Here you go.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I don't know what I would have done if I'd lost him.
It's
just so good to have him back. We're just gonna go right home, right now, and celebrate. Aren't we, my lovely little droid? Don't worry. I'm gonna hug you and oil you and care for you and make sure you never get away ever again.
Please kill me.
It's the same dialogue as before. Oh, poor droid. I mean, really, as a droid, I mean, you could have a rougher life. Could be out working in the mines or something. Alright, that's the Jedi Enclave. I'll go see them in a second, but I want to see if I can find any of this saved Sith outside. Samuel Proctor says, I'm thinking about downloading the despecialized edition for the May the 25th. Oh, you mean of Star Wars the DVDs, like the original trilogies, or the game? I didn't think there was a specialized edition of that. That's Gar and Gar's wife.
Now those Mandalorians know what it's like to be hunted, but now that you've killed some of them, they won't stop until you've defeated their leader. You must find him and kill him too.
I will come back if I find their leader.
Thank you, young
That's right, I never found their leader. I couldn't. It wouldn't spawn. Maybe we'll go check for that now as long as we're here. Euthura is usually hanging out over here if you happen to save her. Which I did one time. Just don't know why it didn't let me save her this time. Alright, well, we're gonna go look for the Mandalorian leader. See if we can find him, and then we'll come back and check in with the council before we head over to Manon. Wolf10 says, I remember when the ending song from Attack of the Clones was the It song for almost a lot of LucasArts games. Oh yeah, that is right. Would euthanize the poor droid. That's cool. The despecialized version of the Old Trinity. You can find DVDs from back then. You know, they did release when they re-released the original trilogy in the theater before they released the prequel trilogy. You know, before Phantom Menace was released, they did release all the original trilogies in the theater, and at that time they sold the DVD versions of the specialized versions of the DVDs. But you can find these on eBay, and they're not all that expensive. I mean, you drop a little bit of money, but you can find those DVD editions, and these are the ones that I have, and they come with a DVD version of the theatrical version inside. Is like a separate DVD. It's part of that. Totally theatrical. You know, other people have made Blu-ray versions of them, you know, kind of pirated and stuff like that. But yeah, you can find the DVD versions. They're part of that original specialized DVD release. It comes with the theatrical cut as well. It's pretty cool. So 4007 says, I don't usually have sympathy for droids, but in this circumstance, I took pity on him and killed him. You guys are rough on the poor droid. Alright, let me check my map. I always get so lost here. Alright, that's to the south, because that's to Matali Estate. Alright, we'll keep going south. See what... Apparently nothing. Oh, how about you go in the right way? Looking for the Mandalorian leader. I thought if we would have killed him already, it would have triggered a dialogue there. Alright, so I think maybe over there. I don't know. We'll see.
What can I do?
That's where some were, but they're not there now. I don't know. Got a beast. Boy, they're no match for me now. Alright, it's gotta be around here somewhere that it spawns. If it's gonna spawn. I won't wait around forever for him to spawn, but he should. Somewhere's abouts here. Wolf10 said, I think the game glitched him out on accident. It does that sometimes. That's a pain in the butt. Well, I'm just running around quickly to see if I can find him. It would be nice to find him. I've got the, you know, you'd think they'd fix those kind of glitches. I guess maybe they don't always put the time into it. But the one that is from the Xbox store. You know, I just downloaded it on my Xbox One. Samuel Proctor says, sounds like the GOUT. What is GOUT? I'm really bad at acronyms. Edition, which is a badly upscaled laserdisc transfer that has motion smearing. No thanks. This isn't that. This isn't that at all. I'll go with Harmy's The Eventual 4K. I don't know that. This is actually a great version. This is the one I'm talking about, the theatrical cut that came in the DVD set. It's actually pretty great. No smearing on that. Those are just honestly more of a waste of time. Oh, this is seeming some kind of familiar. Right, that's where we found you, Ani. Originally. I thought they were around here somewhere. Guess we'll go north now. Try it out there. Wolftown says, I want to go back to playing it, but I don't feel like dealing with Manon, the nanny. Manon's not bad. Well, Manon's getting actually pretty good here. As soon as we go back to Manon, that's when it's almost like, don't get scared, my dear son engraver, but it's not like that literally, but it's almost like a horror story or something. I mean, it gets pretty creepy underwater. Not literally like a horror story, just it gets like to be a pretty intense suspense story or something. Yeah, they are usually around the swoop bikes, but I just came from those swoop bikes. The one where was there another section of swoop bikes? I get it mixed up in my mind with KOTOR 2. Because, you know, a lot of the Mandalorian mercenaries and whatnot are still on Dantooine after the attacks there in KOTOR 2. And I get it mixed up because they're in different places with swoop bikes as well. Ruins and stuff. So, I just don't know. I'm going to head on back now if I can't find them. Oh well, I tried. It doesn't really affect my light side points or the story really any.
Yeah.
So I'll go into the enclave there with the council and see if we can find oh boy, they engaged. And if I can find anybody else, we'll do that. If not, we'll just head right on to Manon. And at least get started on Manon tonight. Elijah Brown, welcome. Says, how interesting. Preface streaming Star Wars game the same day I find out about Dave Filoni's promotion. Stuff like this that makes me not believe in coincidence. Oh, Dave Filoni. He's the chosen one. He's gonna fix Star Wars, guys. There's a civil war in Lucasfilm. Oh, were you actually Were you actually excited about that, Dave, Elijah Brown? I assumed you weren't, because I'm not. But maybe you are. That's fine. I don't trust Filoni one little bit. There's Kel. Is that? Yeah, that's the one that one of them that we saved.
You're back. The council said you might return to Dantooine. I'm glad you did. I wanted to thank you.
You are certainly welcome.
I almost didn't think the Jedi Council would give me a chance, but they said everyone was welcome to return to the light side. I guess I never really believed in the dark side. This just feels so right. I can't remember the last time I felt at peace like this. They said I have a long road ahead of me, but they made me a proper Padawan, and I have a master now. I just can't thank you enough.
The decision was yours, Kel.
I guess so. You pointed me in the right direction, though, and I have to be grateful for that. The Sith certainly didn't have my best interest at heart. Well, at any rate, I wish you well. May the Force be with you.
That's cool. A little payoff there. Alright, I don't think there's any new dialogue here at this point, but I'll talk to Vandar anyway and see.
You must not fail in your mission. Find the star maps that lead to the Star Forge. This is the only way to stop Malak and his Sith followers. You and Bastila are the galaxy's last desperate hope.
But beware that dark side. Bastila will guide you, but she herself is young and new to the ways of the Jedi. You must help her as much as she helps you.
The fate of the galaxy is in your hands, young Padawan. We pray you are up to the challenge. May the Force be with you.
Seymour. Alright, well let's go to the Ebon Hawk. Transit disabled, I gotta leave here. And head on to Manon. And that's the last, well, it's the penultimate star map. But we need to, it's the last star map that we need to trigger before we trigger this big ending part of the story. Always welcome to return to the light side. I agree. Elijah Brown said not much into Star Wars anymore. Yeah, I don't, anything new Star Wars. No, pass. I'm loving the EU, though. In some ways, I'm kind of glad that I never got into the EU before, because now I still have the whole world of the EU to explore. Alright. Back to Manon. Doing good feels good, I agree. Samuel practices, I regret not coming back to Dantooine before spoilers. Yeah. Yeah, well, it's better payoff if I actually was able to save Mikkel and Euthura. I don't know why it wouldn't let me do it this time. Maybe I didn't talk to them enough. That's probably true. I forget who was saying that last time, that yeah, you have to build a rapport with it. But again, I'm just trying to be somewhat action, with continuous action here for people watching along. Gotta take out some enemy snipers. Got that one. That one. Two more. Oh, three more. That one. I think it was four more. All right. One more. There we go. Senator Proctor, how far am I in the EU? Well, I was going through in order, you know, but I did get sidetracked a bit. Well, I first read the Thrawn trilogy and a couple things, and then I started going through in order, but then I started reading some things a little, you know, off here. So I'm kind of hit and miss. It's kind of hard to explain. Well, I mean, continuity straight through. I've gotten through the Old Republic comics, and but I've read a lot of things after that, just kind of sporadic here and there. So I'm getting there, but I'm finishing up this story so that we can go into the Darth Bane trilogy. I've read that, and we're going to do a book study of that. That's why I want to finish up this story, so that people will have this story knowledge of it. Those who aren't game playing with us. Must be really good at Wing Commander. You're a better shot than me. Am I really? I never thought I was that good at it. I'm actually not so good at that. I bought the Star Wars games for the Nintendo 64. I actually got an old Nintendo 64 because some of the Star Wars games were for it, and they are awful. Nintendo 64 is notoriously bad controlling. I mean, it's just wretched. Absolutely wretched. You know, with the responsivity to the responsiveness to the controller, it's horrible, and I'm pretty bad with that. The X-Wing fighter game and the Pod Racer game are the ones that I have. Not all that fun, and don't really offer much story either. So, but you know, part of the collection, part of the part of me curating the library of the EU for posterity's sake. Hi, Melissa Harrison Sons. Great to see you. Now I need to remember where to go ahead and take the shuttle or the submarine down. It's behind. He said it was behind their Kolto loading bay. So that means it's not in the actual Republic embassy. Then it's in the Kolto loading bay, I think. I'll find it here. If not, I'll look it up. Oh, you have F1 too, Race. Cool. Are you any good at that on N64? Alright, there's a Kolto loading facility.
I can't stop to talk to tourists. I'm on Kolto packing duty.
But there's a Sith. So that can't. So maybe it is back in the embassy that you take the submarine down. That makes more sense, back in the embassy where they've got the secret entrance for it. So I think we go east for the Republic, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is in the embassy. Thank you, so 40,007. Now I just need to remember where the embassy is. Rustin Tapcalf, trying to create summaries to archive all the legends. Wish me luck. Oh, that's really cool. That would be cool, like a summary, like a Legends guidebook that includes all of the stuff. You know, the short stories from online, everything. That'd be really cool. Definitely. Good luck to that. That's a huge task. East Courtyard. Oh, Republic Enclave. There we go. Okay. Thank goodness they give you a map. Al was he's not here now. He was talking. We were talking the other day, and he's asked him what he thought of these game streams, because Al for Al, gaming is just literally the moment of the experience, like Angry Birds. That's just like that's all he does, game wise. Maybe some old Atari stuff, I asked him what he thought of this game stream. He's like, there's a lot of running. Like, well, yeah, there's a lot of running, but it's got to go places to do stuff. There we go. Let me go ahead and save before I do this. Alright, there's the submarine. Oh, so you are good at F1 pod racing? You say Mecha Random stream playing? Oh, she plays it too? I didn't know that. Alright, here is there something to loot over there? I see some bins. Moved.
Yes.
Really, Giovanni? We'll just go with Bastila. Looks like something to possibly loot over here. Nope. The submersible can be used to descend to the deep ocean. Harakert Research Station. Use the submersible. Here we go. Elijah Brown, bad at that pod racing game? Yeah, I am too. Like 5 when you started it. Well, Timmy says grew up on N64. A lot of racing games, shooters, fighting games. Are you going to be 34 this Saturday? Showing your age, please. 34. That's nothing. Nothing. You and Sound Engraver are the same age. And I can only say that because she came out and said that on her birthday, so we're good. There, I knew I could loot something. An antidote kit. Shoot. There are, I see some dead bodies. The mystery of what's been going on down here. The Republic keeps sending mercenaries, but they never return.
How did you get in? Did they send another submersible? Quick, we have to get out of here. We have to get away.
Why? What happened?
No! No, we have no time. We have to leave now. I managed to close the door after they killed everyone else, but I don't know how long it will hold.
I have to find the star map.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never seen any map, just stinking, raking death. The Selkath, they went crazy. They started killing anything that moved. Someone must have triggered the defense systems too, because all the droids activated as well. I was one of the mercs the Republic sent down here to find out what happened. We came down and secured the first couple of rooms. There were bodies everywhere, and the Selkath came out, screaming and croaking their fishy little war cries.
The Selkath? The Selkath screaming war cries?
They swarmed out and over us. There was no way we could stop them. So we ran. But hardly any of us made it. I locked the door behind us, but the others had already left in the submersible. The sharks. The Ferox are out there, and worse. I heard an explosion shortly after the submersible left. They didn't make it. Just food for the sharks and the Selkath. Like us.
Let's get you back to the surface. Get him back first.
Back to the surface, yes. No! There's something out there. It got the other submersible already. We can't leave until you do something. Blow up the entire station, maybe. That might distract whatever it is long enough for us to escape to the surface. But all the machinery and stuff is in the southern half, and that's been flooded. There might still be environmental suits around, but the Selkath might have laid their eggs in them.
I have to get into the station. Wait here while I go into the station.
No! I locked the door so the Selkath won't get in. If you open it, we're all done for.
I have no choice.
If you go in there, you're dead. You're all dead. If you want to die, then go. You won't hear me mourning for you. I'll stay here and be safe until some sort of real rescue comes.
Alright, that dude's a bit rattled. You're pretty creepy, right? The Selkath, the peaceful Selkath. You know, the nanny state Selkath, as Wolfton Media says. Suddenly they've gone mad and started killing everybody. So, creepy story. Find out what's going on. These are the Pharaxa sharks. No, the Pharaxa sharks are even bigger than that, I think. Lots of credits. I like those credits. Going to the right. A patrol droid. Destroy droid. Bam. Alright. Selkath. Insane Selkath. Level up. Skills. Talk about a maze. I remember the underground laboratory here is crazy difficult. I think we can look at the memory of this droid if I remember correctly. Leave it alone for right now. Alright, let me check my map here, because I'm just going all over the place. I'm going to go back right now and keep tabs, make sure I'm uncovering every section.
No problem. It didn't work.
Don't have. Let me see. Can I bash it? Yep. Apparently no. Not gonna work.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan? Of course.
Alright, so that doesn't work.
Yes? Yes?
Sure.
Don't have mission with me. Let's keep trucking this way. Okay, so here's these pressure doors that we unlock at some point, and we can actually put on these environmental suits to go outside in the water. Which we will have to do eventually, but I'm just making sure I'm covering all ground here. Checking with the chat. Sorry, I got sucked into the game. You guys are chatting with each other? Yep, just chatting with each other. Welcome, Nathaniel Zalozball. Computer. Slice the computer. 2 spikes. Get the schematics. That's 5 spikes, though. Let's see. View security computer room. That's where we are. View central storage room. More cell caths in there to look at them. Insane. Vent gas into the room now. I could take them. I don't need to waste spikes doing that. View west storage room. More cell cath. View east hallway B. Wait, is there targeting? Patrol droid. Patrol droids aren't a problem. Patrol droid, yes, no problem. Alright. View environmental suit containment. Okay. I'm going to download the schematics then. So now I can see the whole map, know where I'm going. Hey, Joshua V. Welcome, sir. Alright. Now, let's take a look here. Okay, so that's a little easier to wrap my head around. So, I'm up there. Keep going down, east hallway. That's where I was going through, so I think I'll continue that and make it a big loop. Yeah, okay. Yep. So continue the way I was going. Yikes! That might be one that I should have done something with. See if I can destroy it. Move the shield a little bit. It's not bad. Nice of my team there to jump in and help me. You guys just hang out there with your lightsabers. That's cool. Nathaniel says, "I tell you how to pronounce my name, but why ruin the fun?" Am I saying it wrong? Zolozabal? Zolozabal. 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 I don't know. You can write it out phonetically. I'll see if I can get it. Alright, here's the containment suit place. Energy cell. So there's an environmental suit that we took for ourselves. So the door here is going... There we go. Alright. I can hear them on the other side. Is that thing there? Or is it here? Oh, it's over there too. Oh, there's one more over there. I knew there was. I was listening to something. Okay. Alright, that takes me back down that way. First, let's see. It's just a room, so we'll go in there first. Alright. Oh, let me check this other room over here. Really? Enough with the mines. Look at those sharks out there. Selkath are pretty creepy when they're attacking you. They're like creatures from the Black Lagoon or something. Okay, look at those. We see even bigger ones out when we go outside too. It's pretty creepy. Okay, so that middle door is... I forget that the map will tell me. Alright, so that's the airlock. Airlock. And airlock. They're all three airlocks. Okay. One of them wasn't letting me go out yet, though. Alright, so there's one airlock I can go out. Let me just make sure that I've got access to these other two as well. Can't quite remember if it matters which one you go out first, or if there's only one you can go out first. Oh, I can grab something off of these guys. Alright. Samuel Proctor's lightsabers are the coolest when lit in a dark room. They are pretty cool, Owen Lister. Welcome, Owen Lister. I agree. Samuel says, I don't know how to feel about sharks existing in the Star Wars universe. Faraxa sharks. Not just sharks, they're Faraxa sharks. Whatever that means. Wolf10 says, what's horrifying is that you have to get to kill these peace-loving fish heads as much as nannies they are. I really respect these guys. Yeah, they're not attacking you in their right mind. They've been poisoned or altered here in some way, we know. Activating airlock control. Engaging airlock seals. Success. Hostile environment conditions. Environmental suit advised. You only have one environmental suit available. If you proceed through the airlock, all party members will have to stay behind until your return. Leave party members and begin airlock sequence. I guess. Let's try it. You can always go back. I think you end up going out and you open a way for them to come join you. If I'm remembering correctly. And you can't go very fast at all. And obviously you can't fight. A little unnerving. There's somebody over here. See another airlock suit.
Who's there? You're not Selkath, I can see that much. Are you another rescue crew?
I am Odin Skyfighter. The Republic sent us down to investigate.
I'm a merc the Republic hired a couple days ago to investigate. But all we found was a bunch of insane Selkath killing everything that moves. All my companions are dead. The Selkath swarmed over us. There were dozens of them. And they looked wrong somehow. Like something had changed inside them. Insane or something. Oh, I'd have gone back to the surface long ago if this complex hadn't been overrun by all those crazy Selkaths. There's no way for me to get to the submarine docking bay.
What are you doing in the underwater section of the facility?
I discovered a way to get to the bay and seal off the rest of the base. I just have to find the KOTOR harvester they built on the edge of the Harakert Rift. It's got an emergency override to open the doors to the submarine docking bay. And I could get in from the outside. I figured my only chance was to slap on an environment suit, head out onto the ocean floor, and check that harvester out for myself. Besides, it's gotta be safer out on the ocean floor than back in there with all those crazed Selkath mutants running around looking for dinner.
Okay, I'll come with you. You wait here, I'll go check it out. I still need to investigate.
I'm not spending another minute in this facility. Not with those psychotic fish people all over the place. I'm heading out to the ocean floor right now. It leads to another complex of buildings. Going through them is the only way to reach the KOTOR harvester. We should probably stick together, but I won't wait around in here with the cell calf. You can catch up with me if you want. Down the hall and through the doors on the right. I'll be waiting on the ocean floor where it's safe.
Join him in a second. I don't think he survives if I'm remembering correctly, but I might be wrong. That's the other airlock in the middle. And then down here should just be the airlock at the end. Okay. Well, oh, but then there's something else down that way. Yeah, unless you're getting some Lovecraftian guy vibes here. What Tim me said, get nervous around big mama fish. That thing was just looming there. The lack of mobility was nerve-wracking, yeah. That door's been welded shut. I don't think I can do any security to it.
Didn't work.
Didn't work. Okay. And that would be the other airlock down there. Alright, I'm gonna go back and go with that guy. Did media say he dies? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does. Just remember, I think you end up going after him and you find him dead or something. It's really frustrating not being able to go any faster than this. Although that's about the speed my arthritic joints run anyway. In real life. Not quite that bad. Alright, here we go. There's the ocean floor. Tom Spiegel says, I remember a particularly violent Johnny Quest episode like this. Nearly everyone was chomped by fish monsters. Johnny Quest was an awesome cartoon. I have that on DVD, actually. Alright, here he is. Elijah Brown says, the last part on Berserk I saw was that CGI movie. Griffin Oh, I've never seen this Berserk. The anime. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Talk about some sharks.
Hurry up. Don't just stand there. We have to keep moving. The water is filled with cow.
Bam! That's a little freaky. Oh yeah, I'll just, hang out here and be all by myself now. With those sharks coming ever closer. And of course, I'm back to not knowing what the map is. Alright. Pretty sure it's this way. I have a sonic emitter. That's the only thing that can help with getting the sharks away. Go away. Thank you. Nathaniel says, I don't think Berserk is your cup of tea, Prof. No, I'm sure it isn't, but that doesn't stop weebs from, you gotta watch it, oh my gosh, watch it, think of me when you watch it. I said the other day, the Godzilla fans are like the Jehovah's Witnesses of fandom. I was thinking about it, I think anime fans are like the Amway salesmen of fandom. If you know what Amway is, it's the, like a pyramid scheme thing. They sell natural products, but you sign up to be a salesman under the next guy, and then they get a percentage of your sales, and so on and so on. Because anime fans are desperate to get you to watch their favorite anime, and you have to associate that anime with them. They need you to know that that's their favorite anime. Not all of them. I know some of you here are anime fans, and you're fine. But many of them. And it's almost like they need that commission. They need that stamp of identity with this franchise or whatever. So yeah, plenty of people are like, you gotta watch Berserk. Alright, we'll go in here. did work. There, how you like that? Onisha said, nothing's more terrifying than hearing someone call for help on the radio, only to be cut off and only have the static silence. I agree. Agree. Alright, so back in, and I'm all by my lonesome fighting Selkath. That's awesome. 4 of them this time, too. Oh, I remember this. There's something here.
No, you can't come in here. You'll let the Firaxa and the Selkath in. No, stay out! Stay out! I won't let you open the door for those monsters to get in. I'll stop you. I'll suck all the pressure out of the chamber. That'll stop you.
Kill them! Kill them now!
60 seconds to complete depressurization.
I need to move. What's up?
54 seconds to complete depressurization.
Didn't work.
Awesome.
48 seconds to complete depressurization.
Didn't work.
Deactivate depressurization sequence. 5 spikes. Oh, thank goodness I have that. Stabilizing airlock chamber.
No. The Firaxa will get us. No, the Selkath are coming. No!
No! Ah!
Calm down. Everything will be okay. I'm a friend. I'll protect you. You're both safe now.
I'm sorry for what I did. I don't know what came over me. I just panicked when I heard someone outside the door. Please forgive me. I'm just so scared.
We're both just scared.
When the Selkath went crazy, I thought everyone else except me and Sammy went mad. We had a few people outside the station when it happened.
The Firax and sharks just tore them apart. It was like they were frenzied.
The next thing we knew, our Selkath researchers started screaming and clawing at everything around them. My team was torn apart and eaten before my eyes. Sammy and me, I thought we were the only ones left. We heard the Selkath outside the doors every once in a while, and strange noises echoing through the base.
We thought everyone was dead. Dead or insane. I must have been hysterical. I don't know what I can say. I truly apologize for the horrible mistake I was making.
I'm Kono Nolan, and this is Sammy. We were scientists working here on the Harakard Rift project.
What was the Republic doing here? What was the Republic doing here?
We had a secret agreement with the moderates in the Selkath government. They knew that Manan could not survive independently if the Sith were victorious.
Those thugs would wipe out the whole damn planet just to get at the Kolto.
So the Republic approached them about making this secret installation to harvest more Kolto, where the Sith couldn't see us. But all that went horribly, horribly wrong.
What happened?
We don't know. Not for sure.
The work teams were outside in the rift, near the vent. Then there was this rumbling, and my head felt like it was splitting open.
This monster rose up from the rift.
It was a Firaxa shark, I think. Bigger than anything I'd ever seen before. Bigger than our submersibles.
It was like it was screaming inside my head.
Then all the Selkath started screaming too. And they turned on us.
Turned on you?
It was like they couldn't control themselves. Like the sound that the monster was making in our heads drove them insane.
Well, maybe it was protecting the ruins by the rift.
It could have been. It might have a lair in the Harakard Rift near the Kolto vent. That might explain a few things too.
Like what?
Like why it reacted so violently when our construction efforts got closer to the vent. And also, why it's so large. It must be feeding off the Kolto. It would have to be ancient indeed for it to reach that size. With Kolto as a food source.
And all those other Phyraxan sharks? Those might be its offspring.
Which would be why they all swarmed when it called out to them. Children coming to protect their mother.
Okay, so not only do you have maddened Cellcath trying to attack you and kill you, droids programmed to kill you, Phyraxan sharks outside swarming trying to kill you, now you've got a freaking kaiju shark out there trying to kill you as well, Megalodon. Ugh. So where's this monster Phyraxan now?
I don't know. It must still be out there.
Out there, waiting for us.
So what can I do about
The
it?
Phyraxan sharks have always been a serious problem. We had some blasters and projectile cannons to defend against them, but they still got some of our workers from time to time.
We were working on a soluble chemical compound that would drive them away. Something that smelled or tasted repulsive to them, but we never got it working right.
Oh, I think not. Even flawed like it is, it should be ideal for this situation.
No, it's not working right. You don't know what it'll do.
What are you talking about? What does this compound do?
The repellent we made was supposed to drive Phyraxan sharks away, but we never got very far in its development. The one we tested instead was violently toxic to them, rupturing their outer skin in seconds and preventing them from drawing oxygen from the water by clogging their intakes.
Which is exactly what we need in this situation. Something to kill that monster shark that destroyed our station.
But we don't know how else the chemical reacts. We only tried it in a controlled environment. In the open ocean, who knows what it could do? It could even affect the Kolto.
We know exactly what it'll do. It'll kill the shark. That's what we designed it to do.
What else could I do?
You don't need to do anything else. We have a canister of the toxin here right now. We were working on it before the giant Phyraxan drove all the Cellcath insane. All you need to do is insert it into the main Kolto harvester and have it vented. Get away as soon as you can. We don't know how much worse it'll affect the giant Phyraxan shark.
What other choice do I have, though?
Well, the monster seems to have been driven out by the machinery we installed at the edge of the rift. We've seen it out there on the cameras, bashing itself against the machines. I think if you could destroy the machinery we installed, the shark would calm down and retreat back into its lair inside the rift.
How would I do that?
You can reprogram the harvesting machines to overpressure their self-oxidizing fuel, so that the fuel tank canisters will rupture and the entire machine will destroy itself. The hydrolium gas we use is a gas at 1 to 3 million sanguine, a liquid at about 4 million sanguine, and a solid above that. When it's a liquid, it's very explosive. If you inject enough of the hydrolium gas into the tank, the pressure will be so great that it'll turn to liquid form and start a chain reaction inside the machine.
But we'll lose everything we've built here. All those years of work.
It's better than whatever your chemical will do to the water.
I will try to destroy the harvesting machine.
Good. Destroying the machinery will be better in the long run. We can't risk damaging the environment or the Kolto. You'll have to break into the computer on the harvesting machine and fiddle with the fuel injectors to get the tank pressure up to the point where the hydrolium will liquidize. Once the machinery is gone, the shark should leave.
That won't work and you know it. We have to vent the toxin from the harvesting machine. Once the shark is dead, we can get back to mining the Kolto. You know what you have to do.
I just hope you make the right choice.
Yes, I do, and I'm not going to torture the sharks and kill the Kolto. Alright, where the heck am I? I don't even know. So I went in, came in this way. It's down here. More of them to take care of. I shouldn't heal. So 4007 says, funny thing, I actually watched Invincible when I saw your upcoming thumbnail for your stream and wanted to know what it was about before the stream. I kind of regret it. Oh man, I'm sorry about that. Definitely sorry I encouraged anybody to watch that. It's not for me at all. Well, let's just... Did I just hear Leonardo's voice actor? It did kind of sound like him a little bit, didn't it? That's true. Elijah Brown says, if the pressure gets depressurized, wouldn't it suck your eyeballs out? I guess, something like that, yeah. Luckily I could shut it down in time. So 4007 says, deep sea scares me, and this is why. I know, yeah. It's like that movie Abyss. Samuel Proctor says, I wish I played this when I was a little kid. I was obsessed with sharks. It's a fun game. This is another option. Hire Quint the shark hunter with some air canisters. That's right. Otomidi says, this spares you from the droid fiasco. Time to play environmentalist. That's right. So you're gonna not hold the droid thing against me now then, huh? It's not just environmentalism, it's also, if the Kolto goes, you know, so goes the war effort and everything. Alright, and there's another pressurized door. But I'm not going to go out there just yet. I want to go see where this other thing led. No, just another room to loot. Alright, look at that. Kinda creepy. Activating airlock control. Begin airlock sequence. Durnan Iron Knuckles says Invincible wasn't too bad besides the fourth wave feminist chick. Wasn't for me. Definitely wasn't for me. Hey, I'm just right there face to face with a Firaxa. Go ahead and use that sonic emitter. Definitely wasn't for me. I gotta be careful when people recommend me things, because a lot of people just recommend you stuff because they're excited about it and want more people to watch it, and not because they necessarily have watched your videos and kind of think they might know what you'll like, you know? So... Alright, that was the door I went in before. And down there's the other door. But I can't go, that's the door there, so... Guess let me just keep exploring this way? Yeah. To make my way to the drill and the mining equipment and everything. So 4007 says, it's not your fault. I saw Evil Superman in the title, but still watched. Going in with that context, I at least knew it'd be edgy. Oh man, and people are trying to like, they comment on my video all the time, Omni-Man's not a Superman type, he's a Zod type. Like, oh my gosh. He's a Superman. He's an evil Superman. Stop it. I get it. I get what they're doing. They wanted to make Mark the real Superman to overcome it and all. That's fine, but you don't need to glory in that awful, awful scene at the end of episode 1. That's like 5 minutes torture in my life that I'll never get back. It's ridiculous. Alright, well there's nothing there. Right, that's the way I first came in. Let me go back then to my team, and we'll try the different airlock. Am I missing something? Because yeah, that's the door I went in last time. And it wouldn't let me go any farther out there. Yes, and I agree. We're living in the days where edgy is conventional, sadly, yeah. Wolf10 says, though, I prefer Primal over Invincible. And it's about a caveman and his dinosaur. I never heard of Primal. What in the world? Alright. I'm gonna try going out one of those other airlocks. I think there's just another airlock down there. What am I missing? It seems like I'm just missing something where I was supposed to go to overload that equipment, but I can't find it. So I'm gonna try this first, and if not, I'll go back to that other door that I came out of. Maybe I missed something around there or something. But I should have left Bastila and Giovanni right here. Yep. I'm going to go ahead and save because it's been a little bit. Oh, that's right. These airlocks only... They only take me... Oh, that's right. Shoot. They only take me out to the same area, so... That's not going to do anything. So I guess I just got to keep trucking out there. I'm missing something somewhere. Townspeople says the part where Evil Soups turns the team into mashed potatoes. Yeah, I can understand why people enjoy the sensation. I can't understand why people understand the sensation of violence, but that scene was just ugly. Yeah, definitely. Maybe I should start paying attention to what I'm doing. Walking her all around. To go back that way. Hendrix, welcome Hendrix, says thinking about the term edgy in a Christian context would be interesting. What do you mean? I think I know what you mean, but Goodman 4, welcome. Elijah Brown says Primal was created by oh, that was Tarkovsky's creator, Dexter's Lab. Yeah, I love Dexter's Lab, and what else? He did more of those too. Powerpuff Girls, all of that. The original. Samurai Jack, that's right, yeah. That was good. Nathaniel says Primal's very violent. Yeah, probably not my speed then. Olnisha says the only people Guyver show kills are the biologically engineered monsters. Yeah, Guyver's not my thing. I just don't do mechs and masks and all that. That's triggered Owen Lister. He's already writing an impassioned defense for why Guyver's so much more, and so much more worthy of my time. Alright, what did I miss over here? That's the door I went in the first time, and I walked around and went out that door. Maybe I've got to go back in there and find a different way out. Oh, yeah, maybe I have to travel down... Didn't I already do that, though? Huh. I don't know. If I can't find it this time around, I can always look it up. Goodman 4 says, thank you. For what? What'd I say? Hendrix says, if a TV show is edgy and you're consuming, it is like swallowing a knife. Guess it's not healthy to take in. No, I mean, like I always say, you're a product of the stories that you tell yourself, but also the product of the stories that you surround yourself with. Those stories seep in. They sensitize you. They become the norm. They become the way you think. They start to define different things about you. Oh, I go past them. Duh. You idiot. Wow. There you go. I'm smart. Oh well. We got a little bit more of a tour of the underground. Our underwater Manon. Now, I definitely need a guide, because all that stuff about the hydro, liquid, blah-blah-blah, that's another math puzzle. Should probably pull that up now while things are loading here. Underwater monkey guide. Okay. Alright, what's over here though? Alright, so that's where I think down there, that's the hydraulics that I need to do. But what's over here? Just out of curiosity, I'm going to pop in here first and see. Oh, that's where I left them. Is it? No, that can't be. Oh well. We'll go find that place there. Okay, I got the guide there for the injectors. All right, know what I'm doing now, sort of. Whooped him. That's why Primal is for me. Oh, Lister says Guyver isn't a mech. It's a biological living weapon. Alright, here's the place. Yeah, Wolfden Media brings up a good point. Iron Man. I do like Iron Man, but the thing about watching Iron Man is that you're not just watching the suit, the face all the time. I mean, he takes it down and everybody else isn't wearing them. Samuel Project says masks are becoming less and less of everyone's thing. I've seen multiple stores recently with masks required signs, yet no one is wearing masks. Oh, you're talking about face masks, yeah. Yeah, I don't wear those masks either. No, when I say I don't like masks and like helmets and stuff like that in the cartoons or superhero stuff, it's not that I don't have anything objectively against them. I need to see a face. I need to be able to see emotions and emote, you know? So like Spider-Man's fine because he emotes through his mask. Batman's fine because, you know, the animation emotes through the mask and stuff like that. But I've seen images, especially of like the live-action Guyver. I'm like, okay, there's a blank helmet. I mean, it just doesn't do anything for me. Just me. Alright, the KOTOR control panel. Fill the injector pod. No, this is the excess fuel tank pressure control. Yeah, you can also, this is where you could also feed the toxin, but we don't want to do that. Okay. Display pressure step. Fill injector pod. Okay, so we filled it. Now we transfer from injector to container. And fill injector pod again. And transfer from injector to container. Then dump container pod. Then transfer from injector to container. Then fill injector pod. And then transfer from injector pod to container. There's the error, harvester malfunction. Emergency shutdown initiated. Failure. Warning, container pod unstable. Evacuate immediately. Alright, so we did it. But now we still have to get to the star map. I think we see the big, huge shark here at some point. Is that it? Yep, there's the... Now the KOTOR harvesting machine has been destroyed. The Great Firaxon shows no signs of hostility. It allows you to pass. So that's the star map down there to access too. So we do that, and then we are done with Manon. I still sound graver. I used to walk behind my sister when she was pregnant with each of her children and sing that tuba song. Alright, the star map. Done. So we've got that, and I'm sure it won't let me just return to the Ebon Hawk. Of course not. I get to walk all the way back. But at least we're done here. So we are going to go ahead and leave Manon and see what happens here, because we only have one star map left on Kashyyyk, remember? But something happens. This triggers the story. Something will happen here when we leave Manon, which is a really cool, like, new development in the story, getting towards, like, the ultimate climax of the story. Not quite yet. There's a good little chunk to go, but it's getting towards the final leg of it here as soon as we leave Manon, once you've unlocked 6, or all but 1 star map. So we will go ahead and go back and do that. I guess that little room right there, so that you don't, so you know where I met Juhani and Bastila, so I don't have to walk all the way back to the other end through everything again, which is nice. Owen Lister says, I'm afraid I'll have to disagree with you on Guyver being a blank face. The story is about the human behind the suit, but the suit itself is also a living thing, which is what makes it cool. No, what I mean, I'm not talking about his personality or anything. What I'm talking about, and it's just for me, it's aesthetics, is you can't see the expression on a helmet. You can't see it emote. Unless it's animated, then, you know, like Spider-Man's face, for example, you know, you can see the eyes go wider and closer and stuff like that. And maybe the Guyver animated does that or whatever, but I saw pictures of live action, and it didn't look like any kind of animatronic helmet or face mask. It was just the blank, you know, not blank in terms of uninteresting, but just blank in terms of it can't move or emote, express emotion, you know? That's what I mean. Alright. Back with my gang. Wonder if I can... Still can't go back to the Ebon Hawk. Gotta walk all the way back.
No problem.
What am I doing? I want to go straight. That's what I want to do. Right? Yeah, that's the submersible. Okay, I don't have that far to go. Good, good, good. And then once I'm back up top side, I'll talk to the Republic guy, and then I think I should be able to fast travel back to the Ebon Hawk. I think I already did that. Yeah, I did. I don't see the Twi'lek that was here. He must have already gone back. Use the submersible. Elijah Brown says, honestly, I think it's the writers that make it work. Jeff Johns, one of the best comic book writers, worked on it. Also, Zeb Wells, the creator of What are you talking? Work what? Make what work? I must have jumped in the middle of the conversation there. Didn't quite get it. Centigraver says, Odin's voice is kind of rogue, kind of cute for Bastila, of course. Yeah, for Bastila, of course. You just remember that, little miss.
You've returned. I was beginning to fear that you too might have been lost. Did you find out what had happened down there at the facility?
Your construction woke something up.
Something was down there? Living in the rift by the Kolto?
A gigantic Phyraxan shark that drove all the Selkath insane.
It's horrible. The entire operation wasted by a disaster we could never in 1,000 years have foreseen. What has happened to the facility itself? Were there any survivors?
A few scientists have survived.
Well, that's good to know. Good to know indeed. But what has happened to the facility? Was it damaged?
The harvesting machine was destroyed.
No, that is terrible. That will set our work back years. It may even cost us the war. While I am glad that you were able to solve our problems, the cost may have ended up being much too high. But you have done your job and helped us in our time of need. And for that I thank you. Oh, and did you end up finding your star map?
Yes, I did.
As you can see, by helping us, you helped yourself. Perhaps we can work together again in the future.
Alright. So, with that done, still can't go to the Ebon Hawk. This is ridiculous. Maybe once I get out of here or something? I should not have to walk all the way back to the ship. Ah, there's more story here, I forgot. Stop, human. We have detected a number of underwater detonations coming from the vicinity of the Harakert Rift. You have been known to have asked questions about this, and our spy monitors in the Republic Embassy recorded you leaving in a submersible that descended to the Harakert Rift. You will come with us immediately to answer for your actions, or we will be forced to take you by force. Very well, I will come peacefully. But if they can do that, the whole system could... Silence! This is not for outsiders to hear. Well, human, you find yourself in a most difficult situation. The Harakert Rift is the most precious resource on Manan, and anything that threatens it or the Kolto it produces threatens our entire species. We will not tolerate threats to our neutrality, our existence, and our way of life. As much as we may admire your Republic and your Order in particular, I believe you will have a hard time explaining your role in this incident adequately. We have determined that you are responsible for the detonations that occurred near the Harakert Rift. We demand to know what occurred down there. If the Republic has broken its neutrality treaty with us, the repercussions shall be grave indeed. What have you done to the Rift? The explosions were at the research station. Both our governments set up there. Research station? What are you talking about? Don't try to lie to us, human. We know of this. What? It will be discussed later. This cannot be kept silent. The council will hear nothing of this, and you will keep your silence or be ejected from the court. But we cannot. Silence! What has happened to the research station? What caused the explosions? The machinery had woken up a giant Firaxan shark. A giant Firaxan? Could it be? Impossible. It is only a legend. But he said he killed it, didn't he? You killed this shark, human? I didn't kill the shark. I destroyed the machinery to save it. Machinery was making it drive everyone mad. I didn't kill the shark. Progenitor, it must have been. Be quiet, that is merely a myth, and not fit for outsiders to hear. But if it was the Lifebringer, the ancestors of our species, think of what this could mean. If it always laired there, then perhaps the Kolto... Enough! Offworlders are not to hear such things. But he said he saved it. He destroyed the harvesters to save it. Indeed, this casts your actions in a new light, human. This, I believe, will require more thought, both on your actions and on what we must do in response. This court will adjourn while we deliberate. We have reviewed your actions in the situation, human. We thank you for the destruction of the machinery and saving the giant Firaxan, which we believe is the source of our Kolto, or at least its guardian. We will not detain you any longer. While we cannot show our gratitude overtly, know that you have earned our respect. The trial is over. Alright, now I'm free to go. Now I can fast travel. To the Ebon Hawk. Alright, I'm going to take a quick little professor's room break here, so that, because I'm not exactly sure how long this little transition story is. We're not going to go too far into the next part of the story, but I just want to get that underway before we call it a night. So let me just go take a break real quick, and I will be right back. Okay, we are back and ready to go. Check in with the chat. What have I missed here? What did I miss here? Phoenix Halcyon's here. Welcome. Sorry, I'm just going back up to see anything I've missed. Phoenix Halcyon says, got a line for you from NIER. What is that? You can't have a miracle if you don't believe. Seemed after watching your stream. True, true, true. What Media says, you have you've had cat waifu mama too long. I've indulged enough. Put mission on. You want mission back, huh? Oh, and Lister says, if in Japan, a lot of their superheroes do wear helmets, but they can still show emotion through body language. Yeah, some people like that. I know, it's just me. Elijah Brown says I was referring to Titan Maximum, a Voltron parody of Jeff Johns among... Oh, interesting. Wolf 10 says, Tuesday after next, the Wolf Commander and his UN Spacey will be talking about villains and how they suck nowadays. For example, the old article about Loki that surfaced. That's right, yeah. Yep. Daniel's here. Welcome, Daniel. Prof going all out with the acting. So 4007 says, I now remember that Tatooine had the weakest climax out of all the planets. Well, you had to fight the Crate Dragon, but yeah, it's kind of weak in terms of, or in comparison. Samuel Proctor says, Jordan Peterson, rule number 8, tell the truth, or at least don't lie. That's right. That's right. Tell the truth. That's what Sound Engraver and I do. Believe in. Nathaniel says, I asked this earlier, but what kind of character archetype do you guys think the Iron Giant fits into? He's pretty aspirational, isn't he? And he started to overcome his old past, because he was programmed, if I remember, it's been so long since I watched it. He was programmed, but he wants to overcome his programming. So you can't really, I don't think you can, or maybe it's cathartic motivational. I have to watch it again, it's been so long. It depends on whether or not you count his programming as him, or if that was just like programming that he, the real him, is wanting to overcome. You know, it depends. Alright, so let's pretend that we're all done here. We're going to Kashyyyk. Christopher Clark saying that the Mandalorian plagiarized the Tatooine ending. Uh-oh, what's happening?
What happened? What's going on?
Sith interdictor ship. They must have been waiting for us on the hyperspace route. We're caught in their tractor beam.
Do you recognize the ship?
It's the Leviathan. Saul Karrath's vessel. My old mentor.
Alright, and that is the ship, of course, that we've seen Darth Malak on himself.
Admiral Karrath taught me everything I know about being a soldier. He was a legend in the Republic fleet, and a hero to me until he betrayed us. When the Sith attacked my homeworld, the Leviathan, which is Saul Karrath's flagship, was at the head of the fleet. My family was destroyed that day, and my wife died in the Sith bombardment.
Let's see. Don't let your lust for revenge cloud your judgment, Karth.
I'm not gonna do anything stupid. I mean, I won't throw our lives away in some mad quest for vengeance, but if I get a chance to kill Saul during our escape, nobody better get in my way.
Talk of an escape is somewhat premature, don't you think? We don't even have a plan to get out of this mess yet.
I'll admit, it won't be easy. Saul's no fool, and he won't underestimate us either. You can count on plenty of guards watching every move we make.
Maybe Admiral Kareth doesn't know how many of us there are on board. We all have special talents. Talents we could exploit so that one of us could stage a rescue. We just have to figure out who has the best chance to avoid capture so they can come and rescue us later. It's a long shot, but it's our only hope.
Bastila, is there some way you could use your battle meditation here? Let's see. Admiral Kareth will be watching the three of us very closely. One of the others is going to have to save us. Let me ask Bastila about this first.
The Admiral will be watching the three of
Yeah.
us far too closely
Same
for
thing.
any plot involving you, me, or Karth to succeed. It's going to be up to one of the others to get us out of this.
Well, if we're gonna pick someone to save our skins, we better do it quick. In another minute, we're gonna have Sith troops marching up our loading ramp.
Mission's a pretty good choice, but she's not that strong. I think I used Juani the last time. Can use the force powers and camouflage abilities to avoid capture. Alright, I'm gonna go with Juani. I know that make some of you mad, but she's stronger. I forget all the gameplay that has to go on here for this bit, so.
You speak the truth. I alone of all the group might be able to remain hidden if the Sith search the ship. I could wait until the guards have completed their search, then come to rescue you.
We'll try it your way, Juani. May the force be with you.
Hold on, they're dragging us into the docking bridge.
Let's see. Hendrix. You remember fun? Yeah, it's a fun mission. Wolf 10 chose T3. That's pretty good. My T3 is good. A droid, right?
The crew have been taken prisoner as you ordered, Commander.
Excellent. Have you searched the ship thoroughly? Admiral Kareth warned me to be on alert for any kind of treachery.
We searched the ship from top to bottom. Somebody would have had to be invisible for us not to find them in there.
Well done. Return to your posts and I'll tell the Admiral of this.
Karth, it has been far too long since we last spoke. I see the recent months have not been kind in your case. I barely recognized you.
But I recognize you, Saul. I see your face every night, even as I promise myself I will kill you for what you did to my homeworld.
Did you learn nothing in your time under me? As a soldier, you should understand that casualties were unavoidable. This was an act of war.
It was a cowardly act of betrayal. Your fleet bombed a civilian target into oblivion without warning or provocation, and the blood of those innocent people is on your hands.
In war, even the innocent must die. The Sith would not accept me until I proved I had truly turned my back on the Republic by bombing the planet.
My wife died in that attack, Saul. And for that, I swear I'll kill you.
You used to be a man of action, not of empty words. Cling to your lust for revenge if you must, but spare me your tired threats. I've heard them all before. You're an insignificant part of these events anyway. Lord Malak is far more interested in your Jedi companions. He has great plans for them.
We will never serve Malak or the dark side. The Sith will be destroyed, Admiral Kareth, as will you if you don't turn away from this path.
Your words are brave, Bastila, but the lure of the dark side is hard to resist. Or so I've been told. I wonder if your companion is as devoted to the light as you are.
You're wasting your time, Saul. I'll never betray the Jedi.
You're defiant. I'm certain Malak will find your loyalty to the Jedi amusing. The Dark Lord would probably reward me if I just killed you once and for all, but he may want to question you given the trouble you've caused him, and the history between you.
Malak won't get any answers from me. Why don't you just let me go? Bastila's the one. No, that's horrible. Malak won't get any answers from me. History? What are you talking about?
You mean... Oh, this can't be true, can it? You really don't know what's going on here, do you? Well, I won't be the one to deprive Malak of the pleasure of telling you himself. The Dark Lord will no doubt torture you for information and for his own twisted pleasure. Eventually, you will tell him everything. The Sith can be very persuasive. However, Lord Malak is in another sector. It may be some time before he arrives, so I suppose I will have to fill in for him until then. Activate the torture fields. In Enough. I don't want them to pass out before I question them. Malik will appreciate any information I can give him when he arrives.
Don't waste your breath, Saul. We won't answer any of your questions.
I'm sure you won't. However, we both know your friend's loyalties have proven in the past to be somewhat flexible.
My loyalty is as true as Bastila's.
It is time to put your loyalty to the test. I doubt torturing you will gain me your true cooperation. Your will is too strong to be broken that way. However, even the strongest of heroes has trouble watching those they care about suffering. The interrogation will begin now. Each time you refuse to answer or give me a false answer, Bastila will suffer.
Don't hurt her, I beg you.
My pain is meaningless. Tell him nothing.
I tire of these games. Now I want answers. On what planet is the Jedi Academy at which you were trained?
Alderaan. It's on Alderaan. No. Jedi Academy? I have no idea what you're talking
Very
about.
well, this is the price of your resistance. Enough. You see what happens when you try to defy me. This first question was a test. Obviously, Malik knew the Academy was on Dantooine, and it has since been destroyed by our fleet. Dantooine is an empty graveyard now. Nothing is there but a smoking ruin and the charred remains of your former masters.
No, you're lying. It isn't true.
It doesn't matter whether you believe me or not. The fact remains that the Jedi on Dantooine have been eradicated, along with any hope of someone coming to rescue you. Now, tell me your mission. How were the Jedi planning on using you to stop Lord Malik and our Sith Armada?
I won't betray the Jedi.
Perhaps you need a reminder of the consequences of refusing to cooperate.
No! Vane!
Listen, can you not hear her suffering? You can spare her further pain by simply answering my questions. Now I will ask again, on what mission did the Jedi Council send you?
You are a sick and evil man, Saul Kareth. This accomplishes nothing, Saul. We will never betray the Republic.
Perhaps another lesson is in order.
No! No! I beg you, no! Mercy! No!
I am surprised she did not pass out sooner. Rarely have I seen someone withstand such punishment and remain conscious. I see I am wasting my time here. When Malik arrives, you will learn my interrogation techniques are considered merciful among the Sith. I will leave you here in your cell with a small taste of the horrors you will suffer when Lord Malik arrives.
Don't try to move too quickly. You might not be fully recovered yet. Admiral Kareth had his guards continue to torture you even after you passed out.
They tortured all of us, though you got the worst of it by far. Saul wanted them to make us suffer. He's become some sort of sadistic monster.
The dark side has perverted him, Karth. Once you start down the tainted path, it leads you ever further into the depths of evil. I fear he is forever lost.
No one is without hope of redemption, Bastila.
Yes. I suppose you're correct. Sometimes it's easy to lose sight of that hope in the face of such unbridled cruelty. But you speak the truth. I suppose I'm taking the news of Dantooine's destruction quite hard. First Tara's, now the Academy. Is there no end to the killing?
Maybe Admiral Kareth was lying.
I'd like to believe that Saul was lying to us. But even as he said the words, I knew they were true. The Academy is gone. We should have felt a disturbance in the Force when the attack came. The fact that we did not is a bad sign. I fear the dark side is growing stronger, casting shadows our vision cannot pierce. I can only hope that some of the Jedi escaped. Rook, Bendar, Zar. I cannot imagine all of them being gone. In any case, we've lost our one place of refuge in the galaxy.
None of this will matter if we don't get out of this prison before Saul gets back.
Where is Saul Kareth now?
Saul mentioned that Lord Malik was on his way. I think the Admiral left to prepare for his arrival, and to report the results of our interrogation.
It is fortunate you were able to resist the Admiral's questioning. The fate of the galaxy could be changed by revealing the slightest piece of vital information. I have to confess something. There was a moment, just a moment, When part of me was hoping you would tell him what he wanted to know, just to make the horrible pain stop.
Sorry, Bastila. Watching you suffer tore me apart.
I know you would never do anything to intentionally cause me pain, but you did the right thing. I don't honestly know if I could have been as strong in your position. To watch you suffer like that, it might have been too much for me to bear. Did you feel that? A disturbance in the Force. The Admiral has sent his message. The Dark Lord knows we're here now. Malak is coming.
Well, then we better hope Juhani busts us out of here before he arrives.
Alright. Sweet. So, we got the story. We're on the Sith flagship Leviathan. Let me save. I am going to call it a night there, because that's a pretty sweet story. The next gameplay is going to be pretty telling, I think, and pretty intense. But that's going to have to be for another time, because I do have some work to do, and going to be calling Sound Engraver here in a bit. Let me check in with the chat, though. Anything was going on there while I was watching the scene and being quiet so you guys could hear her. It did look like lightning to the crotch, didn't it? That's pretty rough, yeah. GG92. These armored soldiers look cool. They remind me of the medieval knights. Yeah, I do like the Sith armor's pretty sweet. Samuel Proctor, KOTOR in the Thrawn trilogy writes and reveals better mysteries, backstories than the Jar Jar Abrams. That's very true. Very true. Lister says, how's she still talking after that electric shock she got? I know! Even when she passes out, she's like standing up. I guess it's just a glitch in animation or whatever. Samuel Proctor, why are you making Bastila suffer? Because you have to remain true. That's the only way to earn her respect anyway. Yeah, when you're playing as a female, Karth gets most of the torture, yeah. Oops, I lost the chat jump. Hendrik says, can we turn Admiral Saul into Admiral Paul? Nice joke there. Nice joke. Redeem him. That's right. Nathaniel says, in their new Superman cartoon, looks like they'll took the Owl House and totally spies and mix it. Oh, the new one. Yeah, we're talking about that tomorrow night. Definitely. Definitely. Alright, so caught up with everything there. Yeah, so what's coming up? At some point between now and the morning, I've got another standalone video. It's another video about the inspiration of heroes, like the Wonder Woman video I dropped a couple nights ago. So this one's gonna be on Spider-Man. So it's a pretty good one. I'm pretty proud of it. That'll drop at some point between now and the morning, and then tomorrow night, of course, back here at 10 p.m. for my usual Friday night streams, we're gonna be talking about the culture war and the nonsense and how they're going after our mythologies to try to invade culture with things. I'm talking about the nonsense She-Ra series, the new. We're going to get into the new He-Man character design stuff again. Certainly talk about the new Superman made by the same lady that did the She-Ra. How in the world does she get that job? It's just insane. We can definitely talk about the new quote-unquote Batman series too, coming from J.J. Abrams and Matt Reeves of all people. But lots of good things to come. So thanks for hanging out, guys, tonight. Got a good chunk of this done. We've got some really cool gameplay coming up next time I do a gameplay stream, which will be at least by Tuesday, probably before then, maybe Monday night if Sound Engraver doesn't, ends up going short or something like that. We'll just see. But I'll be away this weekend visiting my dear Sound Engraver. So good things to come. Thanks for watching, and until next time.